Yeah, back at it for the third one of the day. By the way, I will be back at 6 p.m. tonight. Me and Mark are going to see if we can piss off a bunch of people. And I don't know what we're going to talk about, but that seems to happen every time me and Mark talk with people. So, anyway, this video is about how a woman shows pride in feeding her one-year-old child garbage. I might as well put this out there, okay? I personally think that having a morbidly obese child that you are not trying to correct their morbid obesity, I believe that's abuse. So if you are going to be all upset and get your fucking panties into a bunch because I say that if you've got a 300-pound child and you continuously feed your 300-pound child garbage, you're an abusive piece of shit motherfucker, and maybe you should have actually given a blowjob instead of fucking had the baby. Just saying. Or if you're a dude and you're the one feeding the fucking feeding the child, the 300-pound child shit that's tantamount to child abuse, maybe you shouldn't be having sex. Like for real, like if you are a father and you abuse your child by making them fat and keeping them fat, maybe you shouldn't be getting laid. Maybe you should not be having children. Maybe the last thing in the world you should be thinking about is having children. If you aren't going to do everything you can, like when you have a child, that becomes your fucking world. I'm amazed I have to even talk like this in our society today, but what you're about to see is so frustrating to me. Such a sign of our times that I cannot get over it. I get so frustrated by it. You know, I'm a big believer in freedom. Huge. And I believe people have the freedom to make their own decisions as long as they don't burden other people. Well, if you do have a child that you are not going to take care of, especially one that you are going to glutton into early, chronic illness, we literally have type 2 diabetic 12-year-olds right now. If your 12-year-old is 250 pounds and type 2 diabetic, you should likely give that child to a caring relative that would take better care of them than your fucking horrible abusive ass. What now? It's one thing if the child gets overweight because you're not in complete control of everything that child eats. That's one thing. I understand that. Then you take it upon yourself. What can you do different? Having children is a fucking learning process because every child is goddamn different. And I'm sure some children are harder than other children. I fucking think I had it decently fucking easy, thankfully. But whenever there'd be fucking issues, Crystal and I made it our life's mission to fix that shit. Right? And that's reality. And if you're not going to do that, maybe you should not be having children. And I'm a big believer in population collapse. I think we need to be having more children. Not me. But I'm old. I'm not starting that clock over. Fuck that shit. Hell no. She agrees with me, right? Yeah, she agrees. We're not starting that clock over. Hell no. We've got it to the stage where our fucking son can babysit the cats and dog when we can go away. So fuck that shit. We're not starting that clock over. Fuck that. Anyway, but you motherfuckers, you guys should have more children. Otherwise, population is going to collapse. But so I'm a big believer. Wow, ADHD just went. I'm a big believer that we need to have more babies, right? But I'm also a big believer they need to be quality babies. Quality babies from quality people. Some of you people are not quality people. You're not making quality babies. Check this stupid shit out. Give me a second. I'm about to put something on here that's very frustrating me. Super incredibly frustrating. So. Okay. This is the stupid shit. Actually, let me bring up this size on that. Do this. There we go. Get ready. This says, plate my 1-year-old's breakfast with me. She seems so into this. At least she didn't say, prepare my 1-year-old's breakfast with me. Just plating is what this is. So, just so you understand, it's not genetics. This woman's gluttoning her child already. She is starting her child. That is probably more sugar than that child. Well, the child should ingest any added sugar, but that's probably 50 or 60 grams of sugar given to a 1-year-old. 50 or 60 grams of sugar given to a 1-year-old. This is a great question. Why would you film that? Why would you film yourself abusing your child and put it on the internet as if it's something fucking great? Like, why would you do this? Like, I don't understand. I don't even get it. I truly, I'm like baffled by this one. Yeah, her fingers. Look at her fingers. For real. Look at the size of her fingers. If your hands look like that you're wearing boxing gloves, maybe you shouldn't fucking have children. I mean, I know this is, I'm getting way out there and it's going to upset a lot of people, but that child is, we just watched somebody abusing a child, unfortunately, because that's what that is. Like, she is setting that child up, and I guarantee you that's a fairly regular occurrence because, let's plate it. What the fuck? You know? That's some crazy shit. Some crazy, crazy shit. And not even at a proper table. When my son was a baby, he always ate in a high chair at the table, and I'd never give him donuts. I don't understand. Like, we should not be marketing sugar towards children. Sugar, I mean this, people are going to get fucked up when I say this. You should have to be of legal age to consume sugar. We should treat sugar like it's alcohol in our society. Added sugar should be treated like it's alcohol. We really should. It has the same deleterious effects. I mean, it is technically alcohol is sugar. I mean, people need to grasp that, but it has incredibly negative health effects. Incredibly negative health effects. Why are we? Most sugary products are literally marketed towards children, and then dumbass, fucking stupid ass, fucking people who look like they might have conceived under a fucking bridge are going to fucking then give their children high processed sugar. Fucking sadness. Fucking sad. Even if this female is trolling for views, she knows it's wrong, and the kid looked up at her like, what is this shit? Nah, I bet you that kid knows what that shit is. I bet you that kid knows what that shit is. For real. Oh, so fucking crazy. All right, let's do a little bit of Q&A. She's like Mike Tyson uppercutting her child with heart disease. Oh, fucking savage. Can anyone tell me, are they donuts? They are mini powdered donuts for a 1-year-old. 3 of them. And then an apple sauce thing. They fit them because they want support from other mothers so they can hear how great they're doing. Yep, exactly. Lisa Grantham. I'm sad she's not at the dinner table either. Unhealthy stuff just on a plate next to a kid definitely won't have good eating habits. No shit. No shit. Well, this is another one. Even if money is tight, there's so many other options that are quick to serve little ones. First of all, I don't want to hear shit about quick to serve. I mean, Tina, I get where you're coming from. If you have a child, stay up. This is no shit. I met Crystal when she was a single mom. That woman worked at night so she could have like our son would be sleeping. She worked at night to take care of him and was awake all fucking day to either homeschool him or when he went to school to take care of all the shit she needed taken care of too. When I first met Crystal, she was sleeping like 2 hours a motherfucking day to make sure he had 3 meals that she prepared fresh every single fucking day, took care of him. Her world revolved around him, literally revolved around him. And it should. It absolutely fucking should have. And I knew that the only way my life was going to fit in with hers and his is if my life revolved around him too. Because I was entering a child's life I am going to be their father. That is a very serious commitment that I took very seriously. Why are these people not taking their commitments to these children seriously? It's disgusting. They deserve better. When my parents were pressed for time, it was just cheese slices, just as easy and way healthier. I mean, always just have a little bit of extra meat prepared in the fucking fridge. Some chicken thigh, chicken breast, anyway. Let's see. I'm pretty jealous that she can conceive, but I can't despite working for my health so hard for years. I'm very sorry to hear that. She should see some of the lunches I see from the kids, the K5 age group. It's all packaged food. That's really sad. That's really, 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 really sad. You guys are, somebody said you guys are great. That's awesome. You're a great man, Alan. Crystal's lucky. Tom, I'm absolutely the lucky one. It's like fucking absolutely. Could you imagine having to put up with me all the time? Because this is the thing. This is me. Sometimes, unfortunately, this is no shit. So, anywho. Does anybody remember when you play Mom on commercials that basically said, "Who cares if it's unhealthy? Feed your children sugar yogurt because it's easy." Yep, I remember those. I always. Some people who have children don't deserve to be parents. I completely agree. You know, I'm all for freedom, like I said, but I'm just going to point out that you need a license to catch a fish in America. Everywhere, right? Like anybody can have a baby, but you need a license to catch a fish. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think we should have to get a license to have a baby because we're free people. I just don't think I should need to have a license to catch fish. I don't even know how else to say that. So. Pre-cut veggies at the store. Every frozen ones are cheap. Chicken. Well, here's the thing. For the package of donuts she got, she could have gotten a vegetable tray for the same price. And it's actually easy. Like, she could have just put the veggies onto the tray and gone from there. Yeah, my eyes were open in a huge way when I started reading nutrition labels when my kids started eating solids. The stuff marketed to kids should be illegal. I completely agree. Completely. I saw this, very disturbing, and then the kid is parked in front of the TV, right? It's like everything that's wrong with fucking society right now. Everything that's wrong with society. So listen, I'm going to end this one a little early, so if we have any Q&A, please get to it, because I do have a lot of shit to do, and we are going to go live again at 6 p.m. with Mark, so please, if any of you have any questions, let's do it, and then we can go from there. But I'm going to say this for the last time. If you have a morbidly obese child, and you aren't doing everything in your power to reverse that, you're abusing your child, and it's fucking disgusting. Be a real fucking parent and take better care of your kids. You should want your kid to be as healthy as fucking possible. You should want to be feeding them as healthily as possible. You should want to be showing them the best possible habits. And if you're not right now, get some self-accountability, change your shit, and help them fix their shit. Is the discount code for Nomo at Tiger Fitness available? Dude, you don't need to be sorry about repeat asking. I will find out. I told you I'll try to find out by today. I haven't even talked to him yet today, but I will find out. Alan, when do you think it's appropriate to introduce fruit to small children? I don't know. I am not a pediatrician, but if they're starting to eat solid food, I don't understand why at the end of the day you might not give them something, a piece of fruit, you know, especially if it's an orange or something citrus. See. Is there any way that you can let her talk? She gets in less than a sentence and boom, you interrupt. Food for thought. Or you could shut the fuck up too. Just saying. You could shut the fuck up. Is there any way for you to shut the fuck up, Robert? I'll say whatever the fuck I want, dude. If you don't like it, my best advice to you is not to watch. The government did a study a while back, which leads to allowable in baby food 0. Yep. Yeah, she didn't even talk. He's just being a fuckhead. Just people choose to be stupid, you know. I mean, anyway. Any last questions? Whoop. As my grandpa would say, you'll never regret eating an apple. Ever. Ever. Unless you've already eaten like 30. Then you might regret. And don't eat the seeds, because the seeds can have like bad shit in them for you too. Thank you, Ellen. Last year's disaster put me on track, but came back here to take control again. Lost 10 kilos already. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm not even having kids for at least another year or so, but I am doing everything I can to be as healthy as possible. That's how you fucking do it. Get healthy, healthy habits, keep going. Hell yeah. No one's going to eat 30 apples. Want to bet? I've had people binge on oranges before. Like 2 big bags of oranges before. People will do it. People will do it. All right, guys. I do need to run. I am going to be back at 6 p.m. tonight. I hope to see all of you there. Goddamn.